Good morning, everybody. I think we will start. My name is Andrew Geddes. I'm the Director of the Migration Policy Centre at the European University Institute in Florence, and it's our great pleasure to co-organise this event with the Istituto Affari Internazionali and our colleagues here. I'd also like to express our gratitude to the IOM, because this event was made possible through the support of the IOM Development Fund and the US State Department's Bureau of Population, Refugees and Migration. I won't take too long to introduce the event, but there are a couple of things I would like to say. The event is designed as a discussion and a conversation. The room is designed for us to have a debate about issues of labour migration and mobility in the Euro-Mediterranean region. So we're very focused on these questions of migration and mobility, and also to kind of think beyond the current crisis. However we understand that crisis, but to think about migration as it is, and will continue to be as a central component of state-society relations in the Euro-Mediterranean region. So we would certainly encourage people to contribute to the discussion. There will be plenty of time for questions and debate. You will all have, we have prepared for you a short briefing note which provides some background. But I do know that we have many people with significant expertise and experience in the room, and obviously we are very open to contributions that put these issues in a wider context. We also outlined a series of questions which we thought would be interesting questions, but there are, of course, many other questions. But just to illustrate the kind of topics on which we could focus in our discussion today, on the briefing note on the second page, you'll see that we outline 4. The first of which is thinking about the key challenges in developing labour migration policies that meet the needs of Italian, European societies, countries in the South Mediterranean, their labour markets and their societies. So thinking about labour migration policies. We also want to encourage people to think about social, economic, demographic and political changes in South Mediterranean countries and how they may influence migration flows, as well, of course, as social, economic, demographic and political changes on the northern shores of the Mediterranean and, of course, within the European Union more generally. A third question we would encourage people to think about is that while there is evidence that points to the positive contributions that migrants can make, we also know that many people in European destination countries are sceptical about migration. So we're very interested to gather thoughts and reflections on how arguments can be developed that might create or sustain support for new, different, more positive approaches to labour migration and mobility. And finally, we're interested in the extent to which and the effects of labour migration in terms of the relationship between the European Union and South Mediterranean countries, the role of the European Union alongside EU member states, perhaps in promoting new regular pathways for labour migration. So those are some of the questions. That's not to say that there are not many, many other questions.